So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy Ellen. I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute, man. So listen, I don't know if you can hear it right now, but outside my window I got a little rain going on, a little thunder, a little light. It's the perfect weather for scary paranormal videos, bro. Perfect weather. Are you one of them people like me, fam? Crawl up in bed, watch all kind of horror films with the weather like this, then we a lot alike. You know what I mean? We a lot alike then, because I enjoy this type of weather, and nothing goes with this type of weather but a good movie. So we about to get into 30 scary videos that are seriously creepy and mysterious. So you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below. Join the fam, and let's get to it.
Looking for something creepy to watch? Or maybe your preferences lean mysterious? Why one or the other when you can have both? These 30 scary videos are seriously both creepy and mysterious. Number 30. Taken. A woman was heard screaming from the back of a white van in the Santa Clarita area of Los Angeles. Bystanders caught the incident on video. Published by Fox 11 Los Angeles in August of 2021, a white van parked below is captured on video by someone in a home above the road. A woman inside the van is heard screaming as hard as she can, while a man's voice is also heard yelling at her.
I know y'all see my face all scrunched up like, yo, L, what's wrong with you? You know why my face is all scrunched up right now? Because I'm wondering, why are you standing there recording instead of trying to get police, trying to get down there and get the tag, trying to do something instead of stand there and record? I can't rock like that. I can't rock with that.
Although what he's saying is not clear, as she continues to scream for help, the man taking the video yells at them to stop and asks someone off screen to call 911.
Stop! Stop! You're abducting her! Call 911!
The van sits parked for quite a while and the woman is hurt.
Why didn't you? What are you gaining from this footage? You got as much as you need. You got plenty. Hang up. Stop what you doing. Call. Run down. Get the license plate. Something. Instead, you want to get mad at the other people.
Crying.
Come on, baby!
Eventually, the van's door slams shut and the vehicle drives off. A woman is on the phone with the police off screen. Don't worry, this story has a happy ending. The scary video led to the vehicle being identified through social media, and the taken individual was located and found safe. As for the alleged abductors, though, I couldn't find any follow-up on whether or not they were caught, which is certainly frightening. Number 28, Meteorite. No need to go to outer space. It'll come straight to you. Published by Boris Golodiak in February of 2013. The scary video was captured in Russia. The security footage shows a man rushing into a garage. Another man follows shortly after. The first peers out of a small window in the door. After a moment, the garage door shutters slightly. The second guy walks off while the first remains by the door. He shouldn't have. The door shutters again and then bursts, pulling up slightly and sending dirt and dust flying across the ground. This was caused by...
If that was actually because you can't put things past people, but it felt like a meteor. That's crazy. You always hear them talking about a meteor hitting, and I always thought, like, what if somebody was actually in close proximity to feel the brunt of it hitting the ground, the impact? What would it be like? So this is probably the closest I'm gonna get to it, but that was crazy though.
by a wave from a meteorite. The meteor struck above the Ural region on February 15, 2013, and for a moment shined brighter than the sun, casting off intense heat. The meteorites caused panic and required some people to get medical attention, as well as damaging more than 7,000 buildings across 6 regions. This is just one of them. Number 27, rescued robber. Usually those on the other end of a robbery need rescuing, not the robber himself. That's not the case here though. Published by NBC Washington in January of 2022, this suspected robber got what was coming to him when he tried to climb down a chimney of the home he was allegedly attempting to rob in Silver Spring, Maryland.
You know how that idea went? So this was gonna happen. It's the plan, bro. I'm gonna go down the chimney like Santa Claus, but instead of giving gifts, I'm taking gifts. Karma.
Earlier in the evening, the resident had heard banging noises coming from outside his home, so he scoped it out but found nothing. He even called the police, who also checked the area but came up empty-handed.
He says he knew something wasn't right, so he checked everywhere, but couldn't find anyone.
So I'm like, what the going on? This I can't be hearing and seeing stuff, you know, I can't be imagining this stuff. Someone's trying to break into my house or something.
His family thought he may have heard a raccoon or cat. Later in the early morning, the resident heard some wrestling and called the police. He then heard moaning, crying, and praying coming from inside of the wall.
I'm not gonna laugh at this person, you know what I mean? Cause, you know, but karma. Now you're in there whining, crying, and praying. Yeah, probably done used the bathroom on yourself. You've been stuck there for a minute. You know how it get when you get stuck in something, you can't move. Now you feel like the walls is closing in. You lucky it wasn't in the winter and buddy got ready to light that thing off.
What the police discovered when they arrived was not a rodent, but a man stuck inside the chimney. The fire department had to break through the wall and disassemble the chimney one brick at a time. A second video published by Fox 5 Washington, D.C. shows the man being lifted out of the hole. He had been stuck in the chimney for hours. The man survived, but if he hadn't been heard, he likely would have lost his life in there. Number 26, found footage. An iPhone was found in a cave, and the video footage discovered on it is terrifying. Posted to the r/found footage subreddit by Footage Finders 57. The scary video begins with a woman taking selfie footage at a canyon overlook. In the next clip, the group is in a cave. They are on a guided tour, and the guide mentions that they're in the cave of the
And they wander off. Yeah, we seen this clip.
Winds in Colorado. A few in the group abandon the tour and duck under a rope restricting access to a dark cave. They watch as their tour group continues on without them. Moving through the cave tunnel, the ceilings are so low, they have to duck down to weave through the cave. After a while, they start hearing mysterious sounds in the tunnel. The tinkling sounds make one member want to turn around, but the others push onward.
We have to go back.
Come on, let's keep going. You're what?
Did you not hear that, right?
Soon they are lost, but they keep going. They come across abbreviations marked on the wall indicating various states, and then something comes at them in the darkness, and they all panic. They flee from the figure, and there's a horrifying roaring in the background. The remaining video shows the group panicking until the phone is dropped on the ground. What caused this mass panic, and did they get out alive? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 25, ghostly Gettysburg. It's common knowledge that Gettysburg is full of ghosts and lost souls. This footage is just another piece of evidence that they left their lives on the battlefield. Published by T.C. Bollinger in January of 2010. This footage was originally captured in October of 2009 about a mile from Triangular Field. At dawn, the ghostly figure appears to the left of the tree in the forefront. The figure disappears behind the tree after a moment but then reappears again, while another can be seen at the center of the field close to the tree line. After a while, more and more semi-transparent figures move across the field. They walk a few paces before vanishing. For a time, the field is empty again, but spirits reappear to take their final steps. Many in the comments of the video share their experiences at Gettysburg, including the feelings of cold, chills, and goosebumps. Some say they've seen spirits on the field with their own eyes. Do you believe the soldiers remain, haunting these hallowed grounds? Given the history of this place, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's crazy.
Number 24, Psychopath Room. An ill individual trapped in a derelict home. What could go wrong? Published by Scary Pills in October of 2021. This scary video.
That gotta be staged. Ain't nobody, no. Cause y'all know if that's real, soon she see you, she jumping on you, she scratching your face, she gonna eat your throat, all of that.
Has been trending in the Hindi-speaking YouTube community. The original source is unknown. The video shows some urban explorers in a dilapidated home. They push the door open to one room and capture this person in a white gown with long dark hair crouched on the floor in a corner. The person appears to be playing with an object on the floor with a stick. One of the crew keeps calling the person a psychopath and tells him to come say hello.
Now, did you see her face? Her face did look kind of messed up. Yo, she definitely could fit the description of the girl who played the Exorcist.
It's the psychopath, bro. Go and say hello, brother.
Instead, the person throws something at him. Is this individual insane? Or is she trapped in this haunted home that she can never leave?
Now, what if that was poop or urine or something?
All I know is I wouldn't be sticking around to find out. Number 23, At the Ledge. This video was submitted to the r/Chills narrator subreddit by Lucky1196. It appears to show someone driving down a dark, decrepit road. The driver soon comes across a ghostly figure standing at the edge of a cliff. The apparition just stands there before fading into nothing. If I were this driver, I would be pretty freaked out seeing this. But not everyone is convinced that it's real. So what do you think? Is this a truly paranormal figure? Or just some clever editing? Number 22, What's on the Roof? This guy just moved in. What happens next might make him want to move out. Published by Elijah Sportle TV in August of 2019. As the video begins, the cameraman is explaining that they had boxed food in the garage that had been broken into as if something tore the boxes open. A later clip taken at night sees the man and his roommate watching TV on the second floor. He explains that they started hearing strange noises. He says it sounded like a screech and thuds or scurrying, like footsteps on the roof. So he gets a flashlight and heads outside to investigate.
I can't really describe exactly what it sounded like, but almost like some kind of a screech. I don't know, maybe some kind of bird, but it was definitely up there.
Down at the ground level outside, he spots this on the roof. It looks like a strange, fleshy face peering over at him. It even seems to wave.
Let's see. I don't know. What's that? What in the...
He attempts to talk to the figure and then heads inside and upstairs to get a better look from an upper window, only to find the figure is gone. He decides to go back outside to see if he can spot it again, and he does. He gets one last peek at the creepy figure and then hurries inside again.
Where the hell did it go?
To whom or what does this terrifying face belong?
Thank God he wasn't on the top of the roof, just standing up there, because he'd have seen her and fell right off the roof, bro.
Belong to. Some in the comments suggest it could be a barn owl. Others think it appears more humanoid than animal. Which side are you on? All I know is I definitely wouldn't want to see this face peering back at me in my backyard. Number 20, creepy creature. Are mythical creatures real? This video may convince you. Posted by Paranormal Tube in August of 2015. A creepy creature was caught on camera in Argentina. As someone leaves the room and heads into the hallway, the camera holds there for a second upon his return and captures this strange creature stepping into view from around the corner. The miniature extraterrestrial-like figure limps somehow robotically. The tiny humanoid then raises one of his arms, while the cameraman's friend jumps forward to slam the door shut in the creature's face. What is this thing? A hairless gremlin? Whatever it is, I don't want it to come any closer. Number 19.
Nah, fam, this ain't Toy Story. This ain't, I know that's what most of y'all was thinking about. This ain't Toy Story. Nah. Remember that scene from like Tales from the Hood? Remember that? A lot of y'all might not have seen that movie, but yeah. That's what I started thinking about. Them little dolls that was like killing and eating people's face and jumping on people and doing, yeah, that's what I thought about.
Waverly Hills Sanitarium. 7 out of 9 paranormal investigators saw paranormal activity on this night in Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky. This lucky one caught it on video. Published by Renaissance Paranormal in July of 2012, this mysterious shadow figure has me mystified. The guide is at the front of the room giving his rundown of the sanitarium, while several paranormal investigators are gathered around off-screen. This is the entire crew on the tour.
All of a sudden, and it's a big old creepy building.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been frightened?
I got frightened about 3 months ago when I was doing a sweep at 4 a.m.
And yet, in the doorway behind the tour guide, you can see a distinct shadow figure appear briefly in the doorway. He is peeking into the room and pulls back as the camera pans toward the door. They show what it looks like when a normal human stands in the doorway. You can see both the light and dark values of the human figure, whereas with the paranormal figure captured on camera, you can only see a dark shadow. Is this a curious spirit still haunting the sanitarium, or is there some other explanation? Number 18, office ghost.
The way it disappeared was weird too. Like when the hand, it did some kind of fade away with the hand. I don't know, that was crazy.
Group of co-workers are sitting in an office when the unexpected happens. Posted to TikTok by Paradolia Paranormal. The action in this video takes place in the background as the office workers sit around in a circle talking. One woman gets up and walks toward a table in the corner of the room. That's because she sees something moving on the table on its own. The woman looks genuinely terrified as she turns around and presumably tells her coworkers what she saw. They all turn back to see the object still moving briefly. Is this the ghost of a worker who never left? Or is there some gym-like prankster in this office? Number 17, creature outside. What would you do if this creature broke into your home? Published by the channel Real Scary in October of 2021. This video asks that very question as a mysterious creature starts breaking through the shutters of a window. The creature with his glowing red eyes peers in through one of the broken shutters while breaking a lower shutter. He stands bent there looking in for a moment, but thankfully remains outside. Is this really one of those tiny humanoids? If it is, we'd better run. Number 16, Scott.
I ain't going out like that, fam. You know what I mean? Soon as he would have started breaking in, unload it, fam, straight up.
Scottish river ghost. A Scottish woman set up a camera on a river to film some otters, but she captured something much more mysterious. Published by Bullitis in February of 2015. This river ghost is watching you. Amid an eerie Scottish forest, complete with overhanging trees, moss, and mist, a creepy apparition appears amongst the trees. Look closely at the left bank of the river.
never know what you can run into in the woods, man. You stumble upon somebody out there trying to hide a body or something. You stumble upon some type of paranormal thing out there, man. You stumble upon like it's a crapshoot. You roll a dice, you don't know what you're gonna stumble on in the woods.
You can see something emerge amongst the trees and move past them. Then a more vivid figure of what appears to be a girl stands there, outlined by the trees. Who goes there? And why does she? It appears to me that we are left with more questions than answered with this video. Number 15. Into thin air. A figure transported to the middle of nowhere. This one has me checking my eyes. Posted to the r/Chills Narrator subreddit. JoJoyCR7 writes, "This video gives me chills every time I watch it. The CCTV footage was captured at nearly 2 a.m. in January of 2022. A shadow figure appears out of thin air and crosses a yard into the dark street. The spookiest..."
Like he just spawned there, like in a video game or something. You know how when you die in a video game and you respawn, that looks like exactly what just happened right here.
Figure appears out of thin air and crosses a yard into the dark street. The spookiest thing about the video is the materialization of the figure. Against the background of trees, there appears to be a fence in the path, so it would serve as a barrier when crossing from the opposite yard, but it seems to break that barrier somehow. Is this a time traveler, a ghost, or a glitch in the Matrix? Number 14. The Red Eye. This person's haunted home comes to life when he's not looking. Posted by Our Haunted House, the TikToker says he recorded himself watching TV for over an hour. This is what happened. The man is seen laying on the couch in his dark living room. After a while, the bedroom door slowly opens by itself in the background. Then 2 bright red eyes appear in the doorway. The eyes stare for a moment before flashing downward and out of sight. Next, you see a strange shadow appear briefly behind the couch. Then the door behind him slams shut. Well, it looks like we won't be catching the red eye tonight. Number 13. Active Menace. A camera was left inside this apartment, and the poltergeists had a heyday with it. Published by Seeker of Ghosts in January of 2022. This footage will put you on your toes. First off, the overhead chimes start swaying back and forth, moving more aggressively. A coffee cup slides across.
Like, what's the? I know what those chimes, those one chimes, what the purpose of them are, but inside the home, fam, that's just making things extra creepy. Like, no, I don't need that. It already sounds weird when it's doing it. Some people like it sounds soothing to them. To me, it just, I don't know. Maybe I watched that movie, Twister, so much when I was younger that, what was her name? Grandma Meg or something like that. Whatever her name was, the old lady. And when it came towards her house and it started, all her little wind chimes and things was going off. So for me, it always signifies something like that. I don't know. They traumatized me. But it is what it is at this point. I always associate it with catastrophic weather event. I don't know, man. They messed me up. Sorry.
Across the table, and then again, a stool moves, scraping across the floor more and more. The door nudges closed and something is thrown across the kitchen. Back in the other room, the chimes start swinging again, and an object slides across the floor. Some are heard off screen like someone is jumping on the bed. Suddenly, an old TV turns on in its nook. Back in the kitchen, the door swings open and later eeks closed again. The door closes and opens on its own. The iPad starts shaking and the door continues swinging open and closed. The stool moves and continues to, until it is off screen. It is then thrown across the room. A cupboard door swings open, lights are blinking on and off, and a ceramic jug slides across a surface. Is this highly active poltergeist a menace? Or is he just trying out his best party tricks? Number 12, chair moving. This YouTuber was getting ready for work when her dog started behaving strangely.
She's acting really strange today. I don't know what's going on with her. What is it, Baze? I don't see anything. Really? What? What is she looking at?
He seems scared, so she pulled out her phone.
Yo, basically like, yo, I've had enough. Either it goes or I go. Like, I'm sick of walking around here on eggshells, scared. Look.
And started filming. This is what she captured.
Really?
Like, what? Stop calling my name. I done gave you my terms of me staying.
She keeps looking over here. I don't know what her deal is, but something's not right.
Published by Tony Rogers in November of 2019, this is yet another example that animals have a sixth sense for the otherworldly things around us, invisible to the human eye. The creepy video shows Bailey the dog entering the room tentatively from the hallway. As Tony pans around the living room while talking to her dog, Bailey is off looking to the right. Then something scrapes across the floor. Notice the two chairs tucked in below this cupboard. After waiting for a while, wondering where the noise came from, the same scraping sound is heard, and this time you can see what it was.
Haley, what is it?
That beat was Bailey cussing. That was Bailey cussing like, yo, I'm out.
Oh my God, did that chair just move?
One of the chairs has been pulled out from its position under the cupboard. It then moves again and again, this time caught on camera.
Oh my God.
Tony said she ran out of her house, scared to her wits' end. Would you do the same? I certainly would. Just don't forget Bailey the dog. Number 11, face in the window. This short clip is nightmare fuel. Published by SNCH in May of 2015. A man enters what looks like a storage room in his home and is distracted because his camera screen is completely black. He walks into the room and in the background, a strange growling is heard, but it's not clear if the source is audio from off screen or something.
Was that something in the window? Did y'all see the window pane? Look at the top right. Window pane. Look like something white in it. Now watch it.
As of yet unseen in the room. As the man walks toward the window, half of a white mask-like face is seen.
I saw that before he said... I saw that. I don't know what made me look at the window, but I saw it.
In one of the upper panes, it stands there for a moment, looking in before it turns around and disappears. Delta F1 sums it up best in the comments, writing, I'm terrified, but I also want more. I have a bad feeling this ghost isn't friendly. Number 10, Royal Mystery. Exploring with Flighters explores this mysterious pyramid in the middle of a forest in the Highlands of Scotland. Published in November of 2021, the crew arrives at the Great Stone Pyramid, which appears completely out of place overlooking the forest below. A drone catches a view from above. From far off, the point of the pyramid blends right in with the pointy treetops. Despite being made of stone, it turns out the pyramid is not such a mystery. It was built on the Balmoral Castle grounds. Upon the passing of Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's great love, the pair spent their happiest moments at the castle. On the cairn is the inscription, "To the beloved memory of Albert, the great and good prince consort, erected by his broken-hearted widow, Victoria R., 21st August, 1862.
Now, what if that's like a UFO that's just there and they're trying to just just throw us off? What if that, I know some of y'all thought the same thing I was thinking, but what if Not saying it is, but what if?
Number 9, shadow figure. A paranormal investigator was contacted to perform a search on the spa business because customers and staff were complaining about seeing movement. This video might just prove that what they were seeing was paranormal. Published by the Paranormal Anomaly Search Team in July of 2008, the crew is seen entering the business and walking through a hallway. That's when they spy this shadow figure. The shadow appears free-flowing, not projected onto the wall. It moves in front of the camera. A later clip shows that the crew tried to recreate the same circumstances to see if the shadow was being cast somehow, but they could not produce the shadow figure again. Does this paranormal anomaly have unfinished business? Or is he just waiting around for his pedicure? Number 8, forest ghost. Filmed in a backyard in Lewis Run in Bradford, Pennsylvania, this couple was capturing footage of their new home to send back to their family in California when they caught something unusual in the forest. Published by Bulldog in May of 2010, the couple is walking around their property along the tree line while it's pouring rain. Later, the camera is panning around when a semi-transparent figure is captured moving through the trees. The cameraman sees it in real time and exclaims. He tells his wife he just saw something running across the way.
There's the bonfire. Whoa.
Okay, I was looking for. I didn't see it the first time.
That was weird. I just saw something run across the screen.
The uploader says other strange events occurred while living there, including a completed puzzle being taken apart in the middle of the night and piled face up on the kitchen table the next morning. Is Lewis Run haunted? It sure appears to be. Number 7, most terrible demon. Demonic entities were released after an experiment gone right, but I think a better description of the outcome is gone very wrong. Published by Toppy in January of 2022. Enter this video if you dare. In a series of clips, a door swings open with darkness beyond, and an unnerving whisper is heard. This short video certainly highlights how haunted this abandoned place is. I think I'd be getting the heck out of there ASAP. I guess this ghost hunting team has nerves of steel. Number 6, Home Alone. Think you're alone? Think again. Posted to the r/paranormal encounters subreddit. Top Imagination 7714 writes, I guess I'm not alone in the house tonight. The scary video shows something banging on the bedroom door. It makes such a disturbance that the door and handle are jiggling. The man approaches the door and swings it open. There's no one inside the room, but a buzzing sound is heard, assumedly coming from the desktop computer. He leaves the room and shuts the door on the way out. For a moment there is no sound, but then the banging starts up again. Well, some in the comments think it's a draft or air pressure. Others think the source
Could be. I was thinking the same thing. Quite possibly could be. But if you was at home alone, that's still gonna make you nervous. Super nervous, scared, leave, not want to be there, something, you know what I mean?
could be legit paranormal. What do you think? It seems to me that this house could be haunted. Number 5, Ghost Girl. The following pair of videos were published by Real Ghosts on film in July of 2012, but filmed in May of the same year in the woods behind the cameraman's house. In the video, the cameraman is standing in the woods in an area where he had felt an energy. He'd seen a ghost girl there many times before, but never caught her on film. Until now. Watch the tree to the left. A small semi-transparent figure is seen prancing through the woods behind the tree, appearing on the other side of it before the camera shuts off. The second video shows an enhanced version. You can see the figure up close. Is this a true forest phantom? And where is she leading us? A mystery that's now 10 years in the making. Number 4, haunted restaurant. This ghost wants more ketchup. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit. Burke Barber writes, since I bought this restaurant, weird things have always happened. What does this video sound like they are saying? The footage captures a rasping voice on 2 different security cameras. The words are not entirely clear, but many think it sounds like it's saying help me. Others hear the name Kevin. The restaurant owner reviewed the footage because
I heard help.
There was creepy stuff going on in the restaurant during the day, including lights turning off, dishes falling by themselves, and a wet restroom suddenly becoming dry. Well, we can't be sure what the message is. The entire thing is chilling to say the least. I'm with Redditor Ajamaran, who writes, why do I watch this stuff when I'm home alone? I often wonder the same thing. Number 3, ghost in the mirror. Many argue that ghosts have no reflection, but this one does. Published by Barack Dogan Paranormal in January of 2022. The scary video shows a man standing in a hallway filming. He turns around and sees his reflection in the mirror. When he turns around and looks back again, he sees a vague pale figure reflected to the side. Is this a ghost reflected? Or is this man not alone? Number 2, child-sized entity. The owners of this home reported a child-sized entity peeking at them from around corners and down hallways. They set up a camera to
I remember this one too.
capture whatever it is they were seeing. Published by Short and Stout Guy in April of 2009. This is what they found. Watch the doorway at the end of the hall. At around 9 p.m., the video shows a dark figure leaning very slowly out from behind the pile of stuff gathered there. The face looks somewhat mask-like and peers down the hallway before just as slowly pulling back again. This must be the entity that the homeowners keep catching out of the corner of their eye. But what is it? Any guesses? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, Satanist in the graveyard. A hooded figure in a graveyard in the darkness of night can only mean one thing. Satan's minions are among us. Published by Paranoiacs in January of 2022. As he first enters the forest, a church bell is heard ringing at a distance. Immediately, an eerie atmosphere drifts in.
That might be his call home.
As the paranormal investigator continues,
And not like home to a house. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
he starts feeling paranoid, like something's watching him.
Nope, I ain't got time for this. Nope.
He continues around the cemetery, and his EMF meter periodically goes off. It seems to be going off in the same area near these hedges. It continues to be triggered around the gravestones. Then a mysterious screaming is heard in the distance. That's when this is captured lurking behind a tree. Shortly after, the investigator feels like he's being chased. He starts running.
What you running for now? It's too late. They can get you if they want you. You done disturbed the dead.
Upon returning to the area, he sees this.
Like the Reaper.
A hooded figure walking amongst the gravestones. Back in the woods, he spots more creepy faces hovering in the darkness. What is going on here? Is there something satanic happening? Whatever is going on, it's seriously creepy and mysterious. I hope you're ready for some seriously...
Yeah, it was too late to run. And you heard the bell, and then you seen the Reaper. That's a recipe for death right there. Nope. See? That's why I like to watch it from here. Y'all hear the rain? Y'all hear it coming down? Yes, sir. Scary movie time. And get my scary videos in, and then it's on to scary movies, man. But anyway, man, y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. It's your boy L. Stick around and stay tuned to the next one. I'm gone. Peace.